Hey everyone, welcome back. I am Shelley and this is Michael and we are camping with the Confers.
So today we are doing another collaboration video with our friends, and today's topic is going to be
favorite campgrounds / campsites.
Right, so it was really hard to come up with what our favorite campgrounds are because we've been to so many and there's so many nice ones.
Yeah, so we did narrow it down to five. Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't even necessarily say top 5, but these are just 5 ones that we really like.
Right.
So how's the hat? What do you guys think about the hat? Michael talked me into putting my hat on because I was sitting out here just roasting to death. I don't want to complain about the sun shining, but
Can't go wrong with the hat.
It's very warm.
Anywho's, for today's video, our collaboration.
Back on topic, yes.
Once you finish this video, go check out our friends' videos and see what campsites that they like the best in campgrounds, because we're kind of stationed all over the country, so it should be a pretty interesting mix of who likes what.
This month's collaboration, we have David and Tina with RV Wagon Tales,
Mike and Tony Tao with our RV Sunsets,
Jody and Ron with Just Rambling Around,
and then we have a special guest this month. The retired road tripping is joining us this month.
Yep, so let's get to it. Favorite campgrounds.
All right, so these are in no particular order, by the way, and we're gonna start with
Peak 1.
Peak 1. So Peak 1 is like in the heart of the Rocky Mountains. We got to enjoy this campground when we were on a trip out west. Our middle son lived in the area, so that was kind of our station to go see him and go check some stuff out in the area.
Yes, it's in White River National Forest on Lake Dillon near Breckenridge, Colorado.
Yeah, so we were in Site 12, right?
Yep.
It's a small campground. There were only 80 sites in the whole campground, but it was silly cheap.
I mean, I didn't think so.
No?
Okay, so what you have to know is there are no hookups. You can't even get water filled here, and that's a whole nother story that we're not gonna go into today.
It's a whole video.
But you can get water like 5 minutes outside of the campground, but you can't dump there, there's no electricity. So having said that, it's $35 a night. So I think that's kind of pricey for no hookups.
Yeah, but the views that you get are way worth 35 bucks a night for sure.
Yeah, the sites are all really spread apart and secluded and just amazing, beautiful.
Yeah, just the night skies, the amount of stars, because there's nothing out there, so there's no light pollution. So the night skies were amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it was the, I want to say it's the best view we've ever had, but no, because there are some other ones. It was just a different view.
Right.
So it was a view, it's the best view of the Rocky Mountains that we've had in a campsite. How about that?
I'll agree with that one.
That's true, yep. And then bonus, was in Breckenridge, which is a cute town, lots to do there, very touristy location. And we can thank our son Jaden because he was living out there working at a resort. So that is why we decided to make a stop at that location.
Yeah, and it's nice knowing somebody from the area too, because he got to take us, to some places that aren't so touristy per se to go on some pretty cool hikes.
Yeah, he took us, we rode the ski lift up the mountain. I don't remember what the elevation was.
It was 11,000 something, I believe.
11,000? Because I know some of the peaks go up to 14,000 there, but I know that, so we rode the ski lift up and we were gonna do a hike up there, and we did not make it far before it was like, I mean, he was gonna keep going, but I was like, there's just no way. Like, I could not breathe.
Yeah, the oxygen gets a little thin up there, but.
Yep, so
but
Peak 1.
For sure. Peak 1's definitely in our top 5, but not in any particular order for this video. All right, so the second campground that we're going to talk about is
the cheapest. This is the cheapest one.
And it is the cheapest because we were on BLM land, so it was free. The Buffalo Gap Dispersed Camping in the Buffalo Gap National Grasslands, which
just outside of the Badlands National Park.
So if you've heard of the Wall in South Dakota, talk about a crazy view and just crazy weather. But yeah, the campsite was beautiful. The road in was terrible.
Yeah.
But super dispersed. You know, of course it's BLM land, so there's no water, no electric, no nothing.
Yeah, so if you haven't heard of it, basically you take this road like from Wall Drugs, you get off the highway, right?
Yeah.
Wall Drugs is there.
Mm-hmm.
That's very popular, famous touristy thing too.
You drive down the road till you see the power towers.
Tower, yep.
And turn left.
Yeah.
And figure it out. Those are the directions.
Yep, and then you park along the edge of the drop-offs and you have the whole view of the Badlands. It is
amazing.
Breathtakingly beautiful, and there are tons and tons of sites. We got lucky. I mean, I feel like we had a really good site there.
Yeah.
So I guess why is that one of our favorites? Well, obviously the view.
Right. The price.
The price, yes.
And it was a good place to go adventure from.
Right, yep. Yep, because we spent 2 days hiking in the Badlands. We went to we went to that prairie. Remember
all the prairie dogs?
We got to go feed the
yeah, you
prairie
got to feed the prairie dogs.
That was fun. Yeah, and lots of really cool hikes.
Just the Badlands themselves. If you've never been, they're called the Badlands for a reason. I mean, it would be pretty easy to get lost out there and get yourself in a yucky situation. We actually read a news article the week after we left.
Yeah.
A guy and 2 of his sons went out there, ran out of water, got themselves in trouble, and didn't have a good outcome.
Terrible. Oh, and you also have to watch out for rattlesnakes, but there's also a lot of other wildlife. This is where we saw our first buffalo, bison, whatever you call it. So that was exciting, and we also saw like some kind of goats and...
Yeah, the mountain goats. They're actually on the cliff face on the wall just below where you're camping, so
yeah.
You get a pretty good view of those. And if you head out there, remember to bring your binoculars. You're definitely going to want your binoculars.
Yeah. And pro tip, keep an eye on the weather, seriously, because when we were there, a terrible storm came through with tornadoes. We had to like leave our camper in the middle of the night and drive down the hill and seek shelter near a
cattle guard gate.
So I mean, just pay attention. You know, luckily we had our weather radio. We did get some damage to our rig on that trip, but
yeah,
I would still go back. But I would have left a little sooner.
Knowing what we know now, for sure.
Okay, so number 3, we have done a video on this campground before because we love it. We go back like almost every year, and that is Anchor Down.
Yeah, in Dandridge, Tennessee.
Yep. So one of the reasons why we like Anchor Down, well, obviously you have a beautiful view of Douglas Lake with the backdrop of the Smoky Mountains. It's just amazing.
We have found the perfect site, what we think is the perfect site at Anchor Down. I don't know that there is a bad site at Anchor Down, to be honest with you, but number 72 is our favorite site in the entire campground.
But anyways, yeah, so there are a lot of really, really nice sites. It is pricey. I feel like it's like around $100 a night, depending on when you go. Also, they have different tiers of sites too. Like we get a premium site with a fireplace, so that is more expensive.
Right, you can get pull-throughs, back-ends, pull-throughs with fireplaces, buddy sites with fireplaces. I mean, just about any combination. I mean, there's a really nice swimming pool with a water slide, and
they have a food truck. You can rent boats there and
we've done
paddle boards and kayaks.
And you're not very far from Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg.
Right, so then
and
that's another...
Sevierville, which you can go over to the Buc-ee's. Don't go to the Buc-ee's.
Yes, you go to the Buc-ee's. It was fun.
It's
and
crazy.
We're gonna go back to Buc-ee's.
We'll see.
So the campground itself has a ton of amenities, and you could, you know, spend your time just right there at the campground and have a nice vacation on the water with all the things there is to do. But another reason why it's our favorite, like you mentioned, it is near Sevierville, if I'm saying it right, I'm not sure. Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, and of course the great Smoky Mountain National Park.
Right.
So when we go there, we
travel around and see all of those places usually. Not so much Gatlinburg anymore, or Pigeon Forge. Which one's really touristy?
Well, we kind of rotate.
Yeah,
because, you
which
know,
one
like,
we go to each time that we're down there. That's true.
Yeah, so like last time we did Pigeon Forge, and we did Cades Cove Loop on our
Oh, yes.
bikes.
Yep.
We'll link our full review of Anchor down below if you want to check that out. In Gatlinburg, there's really a lot of stuff to do. It is very touristy, but they have the Anarchista,
Oh yeah.
so that's a really cool
We got to see
thing
some
to
black bears
do.
up there when we were there.
Oh yeah, yep. And then they have the mountain coasters everywhere. We've been to the Dixie Stampede, but it's not called that anymore. I don't remember.
It's the Dolly Stampede or something
Something.
now. They changed the name of it.
We've done the pirate show. Oh, there's also lots of distilleries and moonshine places that you can go do tastings and.
Right. And they rent golf carts at the campground, just in case.
Yes. So Anchor Down, immaculate grounds, and lots to do in the area.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Number
so,
4.
Number 4 on our list, again, not in any particular order, is Mackinaw Mill Creek Camping in Mackinaw City, Michigan.
Yes. Actually, we just did a full review of this campground in last month.
Yeah, it was in February.
Yep. So you can go back and see that review if you want more information on that. But just in summary, it's located on Lake Huron, and it's coastal. So they have sites right on the beach. You have the view of the Mighty Mac, the bridge going up to the UP.
From the campground, you can pick up a shuttle. It'll take you right to the water shuttle that'll take you over to Mackinac Island.
Yes.
And if you get your tickets for the water shuttle at the campground, you save like $4 a person, so pro tip.
Yeah, and that campground, like we paid $70 a night for our site, but we had an amazing site. We were right on the beach.
Right. You have to go back and watch that video. We can't even explain how perfect
Yep.
that site was.
But again, this is another campground that is so well kept. The staff is great, very friendly and helpful. And of course they have all of the standard amenities, the pool, the putt-putt, the dog parks.
Laundry rooms, everything that you need.
You know, all of that.
And again,
and the store. Their store is crazy.
Yeah.
It's huge. You could do your Christmas shopping in that store and buy your liquor.
right. Not only do they have wine and beer, they have an entire liquor section, which was pretty impressive to me anyway.
Yep. And we used this campground as a home base to do day trips to the UP and Mackinac Island, and then also Mackinaw City. And again, we have other videos on that, and we'll link those in the description as well.
Right.
Last but not least, we're bringing it back home. We picked one from our home state of Ohio. Although when you're there, you don't feel like you're in Ohio.
Right.
So that is Kelley's Island State Park Campground.
Yeah, which is on Kelley's Island. So you have to take your camper across on the ferry, and they charge by the foot. So I forget what ours was to get across.
For us, our truck and our camper was $188 round trip.
So not terrible.
Yeah, but our campsite was $35 a night. So, you know, not bad. And I don't know if you mentioned that it's in the middle of Lake Erie.
Right.
So.
Yeah, super nice little campground. You are on an island, so everything is pretty bikeable around the island. There's some parts of it that, you know, you'd really have to be dedicated to spend the day on your bike. But
yeah, most people travel by golf cart. You can rent golf carts on the island if you don't have one already, or bikes. We just rode our bikes, but.
And the fishing's pretty good too. My buddy Mike came up on his boat and picked me up on the island, and we went out fishing for the day. So that was tons of fun.
Yeah, very islandy feel, lots of birds. Like, I know, I'm talking about birds again, but they had tons of birds. You could just always hear birds. They had, there was great hiking right there on the island.
We found that eagle's nest right there too.
Yeah, we found an eagle's nest. We got caught in a storm. There's just all kinds of things that happened on that trip. But yeah.
Yeah, Kelley's Island, definitely super nice too.
They keep their bathrooms clean. I mean, it's just a nice state park campground. We spent a day that we took the ferry over to Put-in Bay, which is a very popular
crazy place.
Party island.
We almost got ran over by golf carts on our bicycles.
Yep.
But we got to go see the monument, the national monument, while we were over there.
Oh yeah,
Perry's Peace Monument?
Something like that.
Something like that is what it was called? Yeah, so when we were on Kelley's Island, we were in Site 105, which is not, like, the waterfront sites are all tent sites there, but ours was pretty close to the water.
Yeah, you could see the water at a distance, but it was also a very, easy, short walk. And we had a really big site though, too.
We did.
Because remember, we had all that space, that grassy area, whatever,
for you to put your lights up around the trees and everything. So, but yeah, so there's our top 5 campsites that we've been to over the last couple of years. So now that you guys are done watching this video, make sure you go over and watch our friends' videos as well to see what their favorite campsites are.
We are always looking for new places to go and camp, so do me a favor, leave a comment about where your favorite campgrounds and campsites are, because we're always looking for new places to check out.
Right, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't like it, either way.
If you're new, hit that subscribe button, we would appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And you can hit the notification bell and know when we come out with new content.
There you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we will see you next week.
We need to go enjoy some of this sunshine.
Let's go.
We're gonna go take a hike.
Keep your adventures going, guys.
Bye.
See you later.